you can see behind the curtain. Okay, ready?
Always ready.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Party Foul. This week we're doing something different. I'm also recording it. Not live streaming on Facebook like we do sometimes, because I really don't have a way of setting up my iPad, I guess.
To do it proper?
Right, so I'm going to actually record it, and then hopefully I can get that to this, and then from that into there.
into interweebs.
Yes, into the... Let me make this noise here, move this over. Excellent. Alright, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Scott. Hey. We always talk about what's on our painting table.
We do.
Something new's on my painting table.
Oh?
I just got Kane Zero.
Shocking.
So I'll have him assembled for tonight, but no paint on him.
I think we were talking about that at the tournament on the weekend, and I was like, because he first came out with Snipe, and everybody was like, "Oh my fucking god!" Blah, 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 blah. And Privateer Press was like, "Hold my beer." Fire for effect.
Yes, thank you. It took a caster that you never saw.
I guess, yeah.
At least in our meta, right? Like, you know, nobody was playing Siege 1, and then Kane Zero came out, and now in our meta, there's 3 of us, and one guy that kind of dabbles in World 4 that...
Ground Pounder with Fire for effect is gross.
Yeah, yeah. Because when I played one of my last games with him, I put him too close to one of the Storm Striders just because I wasn't thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So they got shot off the table by a 5-inch AoE that hit the huge base model that clips him.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
used the damage on him and killed him. When I didn't have Fire for effect later in the game, it mattered.
Oh, yeah.
It went from like, hey, this is a pretty good game to, oh god, I think you just
Have
won.
to boost?
It was ugly. So that's pretty much all on my painting table.
We should talk about how it drastically changes the way Siege plays. Because now he doesn't need that focus to boost his attack and damage.
But we can talk about that later. This is our introduction.
Oh, fine.
This isn't jumping into the podcast, sir.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, yes. Oh, and I also got this guy. I have a soon-to-be 7-year-old kid, so I got him the Agonizer. Because he has the Shredder, so I got him this one.
So now they can fight.
Yeah. It's pretty cute. I didn't like the War Machine one they had. It's like the Crix Death Ripper or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But he's so soft. Yeah, so this is Aggie.
That's his name, yeah.
I'm sure Parker, when I tell him his name, he's an Agonizer, he's going to be like, let's call him
does,
Aggie.
it does, the way his eyes are, it looks like he's orgasming.
He looks
like,
like
oh.
I think he said it right before. He's got indigestion. He's like, oh my god, but you ate too much.
Oh, I don't think they feed them. It's part of the torture.
It's
To
kind
make
of
them
chubby, though.
agonizing.
He's eating something.
So I painted a lot recently.
Yes.
Well, relatively anyways.
Most importantly, though, how much of it was mine?
None?
So, not very good news. There we go. Moving on.
So I painted my second Storm Raptor. Just to have a second one. Maybe I haven't played 2 of them yet, but I've got lists. So
Yes, people were commenting that they really like that the brown that you did on it because it looks
It's
like more
weird.
like a real bird, right? Like
it's kind of phoenixy, I guess. It's not exactly brown. Like I started with
Well,
burgundy and worked my way up, but
yeah.
it's worked up through the browny oranges and stuff like that. So it does have a bit of a brown tinge to it.
when I look at it and how great it looks, you can probably find pictures on our Facebook. I just imagine how great a painter you'd be with an airbrush.
I should try that sometime. I really should.
I'm just like,
I'm
it
slow
would
to
knock
adapt.
you. It would knock you out of the park. Like you're already a fantastic painter, and then it's like it would just save you so much more time.
I probably would.
So
I actually don't mind painting gargantuans and colossals. I find that they're a lot easier to paint than, say, like...
some of them, like a natural,
Units.
like a bird or something like that's easy because it's like the kind of like the blending you do and stuff is easier. But when you're doing like a giant robot,
Yeah.
it's a lot of brush work. And when like even Dave when he brought over his jug,
It was Judy.
the Judy, yes.
Yeah.
I like I think he had it based already. If not, I based it black for him. Like that took like a minute and a half. Like it was so
Yeah.
fast. And like, okay, what color do you want as your base? Then I'm like, okay, this one here. Mix it up, throw it in the pot, and then it's like all done. He's just like, holy smokes! Like that was so fast. And he brought it over on Monday, and it was like almost done.
Mm-hmm. I don't find even the colossals that bad in terms of time to paint. I mean, I can do like speed paint a Warjack in like an hour and a half. As long as it's been
An
primed
airbrush would
properly.
probably bring it down to 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
But then I have to give up the brushes. Oh my god. I know
no,
you
still
finish
use
with
the brushes.
I know,
There's
I
no
know,
giving
I
it
know.
up. You got to do not just as much. But it just saves you some of the grunt work. As I
Oh
look
yeah,
at
yeah,
it.
sure.
And I'm not a
Blending
good
is
one.
good.
I'm not a good painter. And I know there's like some company out there right now that has a deal. It's like, I don't know, it's their anniversary deal or something. So you have to like subscribe to them and then they email you the deal. So I have the email. I just haven't looked at it yet. So maybe we'll
Oh my god.
have to look at it together. Maybe
Then I
we'll
have
make
to
a purchase.
learn.
Oh, it's so wicked. I mean, I didn't, like Fabio was like going, oh, videos this, videos that. And he was
Well,
like,
I'm sure there's-
learning all these
there's
techniques.
Lots of techniques. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know, paint. There we go. I figured it out.
So you're just using spray paint, basically.
pretty much. Yeah. But I could do more techniques to it because it's
Yeah.
like in my house. It's like a lot easier than going outside.
No, it's true. I'm sure just the lack of vapors is probably easier. So then I also finally painted Corey's Hydra.
Yep, saw that.
The one that he wanted to look like Tiamat.
I don't know what Tiamat is, so I kind of felt
Tiamat,
like I was
never
missing
played
out.
D&D or whatever.
No, I never really got
It's
into
like the big dragon of evil dragon.
because I've got, like I said, my kid's turning 7 this month, and that's one of the things I have.
But you got some D&D
Over
ready to
there,
break
there's
out?
the starter set, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kind of like excited to because as it gets older, we can do stuff like that. Like
He's been
people
playing
saw
Space
pictures.
Hulk,
Yeah,
right?
we've been playing Space Hulk, and I'm not one of those dads that just lets my kid win.
Right.
He's got to earn it. And if you've ever played Space Hulk, that game can be incredibly frustrating.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because you could be like down to a die roll to win the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I did kill him once. 'Cause I was like, look, buddy, this is the situation. If you kill me in this die roll, you win. If I make it through, I got to make a roll here, and if I win, then you die. And if I win the roll or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay, but then I survived the shot, made it to him, got my one attack.
Yeah.
And you can see he broke inside a little bit. I was like, buddy, it's just the way it goes. Let's re-rack and we'll do it again. We re-racked, we played again, and he totally won it on his own. Like, you
Yeah.
know, he needed to take the loss, even though it killed him inside a little bit. But he came back stronger, and then we played Mission 3, and he crushed it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to do anything. I was just I was frustrated.
You didn't, like, slam him and do, like, a Fortnite dance and be like, you loser, I win!
He knows the Fortnite dances.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He doesn't even play the game, but he knows the dances.
No, I know.
It's all the
So
kids
crazy.
at school and stuff, yeah.
So yeah, I painted that thing. The lighting was already done. Like it's got LED lights in the head where the mouths are and stuff. So the color of the heads was already kind of like dictated. And normally the traditional Tiamat has the red dragon head in the middle. It's like the bigger, more dominant head.
Right.
But the lighting was rigged so that the blue one was in the middle. I mean, it looks fine. It's just for me, it's like, oh, it doesn't look quite like Tiamat because it's like that.
Should have made him change the lighting.
Yeah. And then I also painted my fourth world weird. Woohoo! More weirds. My second Tharn Shaman. And I think there must have been something else I painted in there. I honestly can't.
I saw a bunch of like little stuff. Like
Yeah.
it was mixed in there.
Oh, it was I started painting the fish sticks, the Mist-Speaker. Haven't quite finished that. I think there was some other minions or something I painted in there too. But yes, currently on my table is the Mist-Speaker.
Painted that pot thing.
Oh yeah, I finished that one. Yeah, the Bokur and Pot or whatever the hell it is. So I got the Mist-Speaker, the Druid Wilder, and your unit of pig scouts.
Yeah, something
Yes.
like Pig Scouts.
Although I noticed last night when I was contemplating painting, but I wasn't feeling good enough to do it, feeling sick, went to bed early, and then I still didn't wake up till like 10 o'clock. But one of the feet broke off. I'm like, what the fuck? Except that green stuff on a snow pile if I can't find
I
it.
was cutting them off the spurs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess when I cut it, it just...
Oh, so it's your fault, not my fault?
yeah.
I just assumed I like knocked it off or
No.
something. Or whatever.
And
No.
it would just like the foot went flying, and I was just like, son of a... And I was
Fucking
like,
go
oh,
on.
whatever. Just stick them down.
Right, okay.
No one's
Oh,
gonna
you-
see it. You flock it.
You
it's
shouldn't have
gonna
said
be-
anything. I would have thought I was responsible
Well,
for
what are
it.
you gonna do? Go buy me one guy?
No,
Like,
I'm just gonna make a green stuff blob and his foot will be in snow.
Perfect. You're gonna do that. You're perfect. That's good. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like throw you under the bus. That's
Yeah,
all right.
and those are nice models. They're very cute.
Yeah, I love the
For sure.
snowman. I saw the one guy who had ordered, I guess, or bought enough boxes that he has a whole
A whole unit of
It's
snowmen.
kind of funny.
That's dedication.
Trolls are the orcs of Imran.
Are they?
Yeah, they're just funny and like
They are
remember the
kind of
ambushers that they used to have in 40K, and they were like hiding in garbage cans and
Yes.
stuff. Like,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
would
yeah.
convert all that out.
Yeah. So that's everything I got on my painting table. Is that all I'm supposed to talk about?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Before we jump into we're going to touch a little bit of everything. So, if people watching, listening, whatever, go over to our Facebook page, Party Foul Everything War Machine Hordes. We're currently
right.
accumulating the bottom of the barrel.
So what did the Sigmar results?
Well, we're good to
come
that.
in? Okay.
So let's explain it to everybody first if they haven't heard of this before, because we did this like 3 years ago, maybe back in Mark
Probably.
II, back when Hobby Kingdom was around, which was our local hobby store. So just going. So what we did was we had everybody voting back then on who was the worst in your faction, and we took all those totals, which was anywhere between 3 to 4 to 5. Warcasters
Yep.
per faction, and we held a tournament where you had to take only those casters. Think of it as champions, but
with the garbage
poor
casters.
champions. Yeah. So, and it was a ton of fun. John Fairs, Epic Fairs, ended up winning that event
With Abby
with
won.
Legion.
Yeah.
His only event he ever played with Legion before I think he sold it off or stopped playing it altogether.
Yeah.
So he actually won that, which was kind of funny. I had a chance at winning, but my mistake was taking 2 lists. So I took
Oh,
Gunny.
you had to play the both lists.
Yeah, so I took Gunny with the whatchamacallit, the fire dudes, the little fiery frog guys.
Oh, the
Raiders,
the Croak Raiders, yeah.
which were amazing.
Because you could snipe them at the time, right?
But then I took a fun list of Berka too, and Berka ruined me because
Right.
I lost that game, but I won all my Gunny games. So if
Ah.
I would have just taken Gunny, and I know the game that I lost, I could have won if I had Gunny.
I don't know if I took 2 lists. I know I took Mosar, but that might have been it. Like, I only remember playing Mosar.
Oh,
So.
I had some epic games that day. It was so fun. So it was a lot. So we decided now we're going to do it again. So every day I'm posting a new faction. So we need everybody to go vote. I then add it all up at the end of the day, kind of thing.
Today's Kador, right?
Today's Kador. So I finished up the.
I was going to try to skew the numbers. I'm just going to go in and be like Butcher 3.
Sweet. So I'll just play Kador. I'm like, that helps me.
We got to get enough people voting for Butcher 3.
I'm okay with that because I'm like, I have a faction that has that guy. I'll play it. It's good. I do reserve the rights to veto stupid things
Okay.
like that. I didn't have to do that here.
I voted for Striker 1.
I know. I'm only person.
No, but he's garbage.
Yeah. So the top 4 with 25% of the votes, Sturgis.
Oh, I think he's actually better than Connie.
Maybe. It's close though. Connie got 20% of the votes.
Right.
Then we had Jake's at 12% and Darius at 11%.
Really? Darius?
Yeah. So I think I might have to take like Darius Jakes maybe because they're the bottom 2.
Is that all you're doing is giving people 2 and they just pick one list that they're going to play?
You can do either one. Same thing. You can take. Oh, it's DNC 0, so you can bring 2 lists.
Okay.
And you can play one all day.
But you're only gonna give 2 as like the option?
No, I'll give 4.
Okay.
We're gonna
All
do
right.
4. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way you get because you can switch around.
I don't think Jake's is that bad. I mean, she's not good. She's not A-list.
Well, that's the thing.
but-
That's the whole thing.
yeah.
It's not that they're bad. They're just not the good.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I
had
think
some.
Darius is kind of like more like C plus B level, but whatever. Like
That's-
somebody brings that and a couple of colossals, it's gonna be
It
like
could be fun. Right? That's what I'm saying. And that's the kind of list that I would do there. Is
Yeah,
I'd do
yeah.
super jank, bring in some armored, so I know you can't one round my stuff, and then feet.
Well,
and
it's like he's even kind of better now because there's not much that shuts down healing on or moving boxes. You know, it's
Yeah.
like Sabotage and Tropicora and the fucking CG Crucible Guard stuff.
So Nemo 1 and Haley 1 almost made the cut.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen Haley 1 play, but she looks pretty terrible.
Kane 2, Sloan, Kane 3, and Striker 1 got some mentions, and Nemo 2, and Maddox. I thought Maddox would have got more votes.
You think so?
Yeah, but I would have played Maddox maybe because she has like a Pathfinder out, so I was like, well, maybe I could do that.
Yeah. I think
was
she's
like-
probably better than Jake's, but who knows?
Which makes sense here. So yeah, right now I haven't even looked at what's going on in the Kador one. I just seem to get notifications all the time that people are commenting, so that's good.
They voted it up.
So I can like quickly.
I haven't made
take
my
a look.
vote yet, but I don't know who I would vote for, to be honest.
Let's
I don't think there's any bad casters in Kador,
Yeah.
just bad players.
Oh. And then that'll lead us right into the CID.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what have we got? Quick little thing. Oh, we got more comments so far.
So how long is now? There's like a lot of factions. How long is it going to take you to get through all
It'll
this
take
shit?
like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got Butcher 2, Old Witch, Vlad 3, Malakoff, Sorsha. So there's like everybody's in here. Butcher 2 again, Vlad 3.
Malakov, really?
Butcher 2. Looks like Butcher 2's winning out. A lot of Sorsha 2s and Butcher 2s.
Sorsha 2? Oh yeah, I guess Sorsha 2 is kind of bad.
We just don't see
in
her.
this
Right?
meta.
Yeah. Vlad 3, Sorsha 2, Butcher 2 so far. So if you don't like those choices...
Some Old Witch. There's actually a lot of Old Witch in there.
Yeah.
Old Witch 1.
Yeah. A Rusk 2. Come on, Matthew. Sir, you do me a favor, you put a Rusk 2 in there. Oh my god, I know what I'd do with that. Broken.
Yeah, Rust 2, Rust 2, Rust 2, Rust 2. I don't think so.
So,
Scorn.
yeah. So,
It's Brian.
so that leads us right into the CID. So we can...
The Magic Land.
Yeah, so we want to go to week 1 first, then we can do a quick recap.
Yeah, we can talk about the insanity of week 1.
All right. So first of all, we can address the...
9-point Doom Reavers.
You want to address the use of the word cornucopia?
Yeah, well,
Because a lot of people had some issues with that. The
Well-
memes were popping up all over the place. I may have contributed to that, but
the reason they did it is because it's Thanksgiving this weekend, right?
I understand that. Yes.
Yeah.
But then
But they
people
were like, oh, not enough stuff for a cornucopia.
yeah.
But there was a range of stuff in there, right?
like mostly Kadar and then.
Oh no, it's mostly Gator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was what else was there in there? I'm trying to remember.
No.
Come on,
gonna go through
you got the
this.
page open.
I'm going to go through.
All
it
right,
now,
go
so
through it. There was at least 3 or 4 other factions in there, and so
I guess that we can call that a cornupia.
cornucopia.
doesn't get the cornucopia.
So, minor cornucopia.
Week 1 drops, and everybody's like, all like, oh, what's this? I was thinking it was going to be more like that Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas. Remember where you bring like a model out per
Right.
I was like, oh, it's going to be something like that. And then you open it up, and the first thing you see is Doom Reaver Swordsman, 9 points. Everybody freaks out, and already I'm like, guys, this is
I know it's first
typical
week
CID week 1. Relax. I guarantee you, at the end of this, they're going to be 11 points. So don't get excited at 9.
I think 10. I can see 10,
Well,
depending on what
that's
they
week
do.
2. We're jumping ahead, but 11 is where I'm predicting it's going to go. But it's 9 points right now.
Right.
That was about all the changes that they did for that one. So we're just like, all right, well that's pretty easy. Then the Grey Lord Tyrion.
Lots of crit dispel.
Yeah, crit dispel. On a crit hit, upkeep spells and animine the model unit immediately expire. A tactical tip: because it immediately expires, it will not affect the damage or whatever. That effect when the model hit or damaged will have no effect.
Yeah. So if you hit it with the crit dispel on an arcane shielded jack, then
don't
the
get the
arcane
arcane
shield
shield.
expires immediately. Don't get it for the damage roll. A lot of people are like, oh, these are Mat 5 models. Blah 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 blah.
Whatever. Something.
Yeah.
It makes them good in there.
I guess one reason why they called it a cornucopia is it's not like a full theme CID because there's no casters associated with it. There's no battle engines or anything. It's just looking at
Some models that need some love.
Doom Reavers and their associated models.
Here's like, I mean, I even said it way back then, like when Mark III came out, and I was playing Mad Dogs back then, which was 8 units of Doom Reavers. I'm like, this is glorious! Mark III drops, and like you try to make your old list, and you're like, 13 points!
I know.
I'm like, well, I've got 8 units, I can only take 5 now, I'm stupid. So I got rid of 3 units.
And now you're feeling stupid.
Then I'm like, I don't want to paint them again and buy another. Maybe I can buy them back off of whoever I sold them to.
You got to put a Unity Cav in there, man.
That's the other thing. So I just got to the cab now. So you know, after you look at that, you're going to go to the Grey Lord Outriders, and the first thing you're going to notice is they drop 3 points.
Which is significant. And I'm actually kind of excited about that in a manner of speaking.
Because you want that to come back and help your faction.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Druid Cavalry, what are they called? I can't even remember what the fuck they're called, but they're the lightning guys on the...
Mist Riders?
The Stags. Mist Riders, yeah. That's
Yeah, I remember better than you. That's
do.
my faction.
That's because I never freaking use them. I have 2 units, I never use them. 17 points helps, but it still doesn't change the fact that they're... I mean, the Turnian guys are like POW 12 sprays, right? The Mist Riders are like POW 10 lightning things. You're like, it's a lot of points for POW 10s. Anyway. I played them in late Mark II, and they were okay as like a min unit.
So I think my favorite moment was like you made all the clouds,
yeah,
and then your caster got rid of clouds.
That's right.
So you were like,
oops,
Scornergy.
Yeah, it
was glorious. So yeah, they got crit dispel as well, and then obviously the point reduction. So, I mean, if we look at the Doom Reavers, I guess yeah, they went down 3 points. And these guys are 20 points. They should go down like 5 points. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to argue about that
because
I would like 15-point Mist Riders. I don't think it's like at 17 points. Nobody's like, "Oh, I'm super excited about that."
No, but
everybody's like, "Meh."
It might just actually just fit into the slot.
What did they change the min unit point to?
10.
10.
So you can take 3 for 10.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad because I always look at Mist Riders as like a min unit type of thing, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just that they're really fast and they can get around the flanks and they can attack things like Creel Stones or I don't know, like snipers, weak units, that are weak in melee or whatever, vulnerable to chain lightning.
So they also changed the Doom Reaver Dragon Solo Fenris.
That was Dragoon. He's not a dragon.
Go ahead. I'm tired. So he's got Unyielding now?
He had in week 1, he had Unyielding. We're talking week 1.
I know, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, all right.
I haven't gone to week 2's over here. We're not there yet.
He gained Unyielding and everybody was like, poo-poo, shaboo.
Yeah, he's armor 18,
He still gives Relentless Charge.
Yeah.
Or in week 1 he
Week
does.
1, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And people were still like, oh, shapooty poo-poo.
Yeah. So Protector got some stuff. Initiates of the Wall.
Which were they 9 points in week 1?
They are 8 points.
8 points, yes. So,
but was this like a new unit?
It's a new unit.
Yeah.
They're basically like paladins in training, and they didn't look very exciting because in a faction replete with like POW 13 weapon masters, they're like POW 13, not weapon masters.
Yeah.
They do have 2-inch melee because they're using like halberds or whatever.
They have set defense though.
They have set defense.
And combined melee.
What do you fucking do?
Set defense keep them alive, man.
And
if Def 13 goes to Def 15, that's good.
Doesn't keep anybody alive. Anyways, and they have that iron wall or something. They get +3 armor if they're base to base.
Unbreakable wall.
Yeah. So what they start at 16, they go to 19. They have 5 boxes each. I don't think that's enough to keep them alive. To me, I was looking at it as like these are the most unexciting 8-point unit I have ever seen.
And then we also got the controversial Grey Lord adjunct.
Silas with
Yeah,
that.
Silas got fired.
That's right. Does everything Silas does and more.
And faction friendly.
Yes.
And more. So he's got Blizzard, which is action, range 5, target friendly faction model. If the model's in range, you center a 3-inch AoE cloud on it. The AoE remains centered on the cloud for 1 round. And if the target model is destroyed or removed from play, then you take the other thing away. So it's nice that you can put it on something and it can run away. And
Put some concealment
concealment on
or
it for a round.
prowl or something.
He's got Frostbite, which is a star attack, spray 8 magical attack. It does POW 12, cold damage roll.
All right, get to the exciting thing.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Guidance?
Yes.
Star action. Command range. Target friendly model. If the model's in range, it gains eyeless sight.
And
it gains
it's model
damage
unit,
type.
isn't it?
No.
It's
I
only
read
model?
it to you. It's friendly model.
Oh, okay. But still, this guy's usable in all themes, right?
Yes, he was added to all the themes.
Vlad-
So this was
Vlad's
like
excited.
from how many months ago when everybody was playing Rockets? Oh, the big weakness is stealth and all this stuff. Now you can just be like,
Well, it's one model.
but still, that's normally going to be your huge gun or something that's going to be relevant.
Sure, it gives you the option of taking Behemoth in battle group as well, right?
Yeah.
Now you don't have to put him on. I mean, there's reasons to put him on the.
Well, you still put him on the other stuff because it affects a faction model, so you can still give him eyeless sight.
No, it's true.
He doesn't have to be part of the battle group.
No, but I'm just saying, like, he can get magic weapons, and if it's important for you to have him as part of the battle group,
Right.
like you want the double speed from Vlad or
Right.
the armor from Harkovich or something like that.
That's true.
Guidance is pretty big.
I was just thinking that eyeless sight's worth it on its own. I don't need the magical weapons. Just being able to see the stealth is good.
Well, magical weapons is good.
It is good. I'm not taking it away. I'm just saying.
Also, if like
I'm
a
not-
Wraith engine comes running at you, you can just be like, Juggernaut, smash it.
Go get it. Crick's got a Bane Knight officer. That's a new stuff. What do we need to know about this guy?
He has a mini feat Serpent's Coil that gives him defensive strike. He's got a lot of rules on his card, actually. I think he's got
Here's what.
7. Well, I don't know. In week 2, he's got 7 of them.
He's got Wall of Steel,
Yeah, that's standard with
Set
him.
Defense, Serpent's Coil, Granted Reposition.
Yeah,
Ghost
granted
Knight.
reposition's new. Yeah. Reposition on Knight sounds pretty good. Because, I mean, you charge in, you kill a bunch of dudes, you reposition into a steel wall or whatever and pop mini feats so that if anybody comes at you, you're set defense and defensive striking. I mean, it's not as impressive as Bastion's set defensive striking, but still, how 12 defensive strikes can kill infantry anyways.
And then here's probably the thing that got you hard.
What?
Clockatrice.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
I
got
don't know.
Jeremy super excited.
I'm not playing Grimkin right now, so but it does look super cool for a couple reasons. It's got open fists, which is like
Huge.
but
For a
on
faction
large
that
base.
is,
I mean, they have two
Some
medium
little
bases.
medium bases,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not really that exciting. Read the rules. There's some pretty cool stuff there.
Let's see. I took a picture and took some of this stuff off. Models activating. Enemy models activated within 5 inches of the spellcaster suffer -2 speed that activation.
That's the Animus.
Yes. Time lock lasts for 1 round. Situationally good.
There's excuse me. There's ways to build it around that for sure.
Yeah.
To make it effective. Yeah.
He has what looks like assault,
Probably.
eyeless sight.
He's got this spray
Flight.
that's
He's a
paralyzed,
construct.
right?
He's got regeneration
Yep.
and time stutter. Is that the thing? There?
Yep.
Some of this picture's been cut off. That's why I'm like questioning what I'm reading,
You cripple an aspect and he gets to teleport 3 inches.
which is kind of neat. I'm blinking all over the board.
Yeah. I mean, if you... excuse me. So you can do it twice, because
Obviously,
you're the
'Cause
third
time you
aspect,
did.
You're fucked. But you can put respawn on him from Old Witch. And so it's like, take out an aspect, teleports. Take out an aspect, teleports. Just
Kill him.
Box him. He respawns 3 inches away and heals 1 in each aspect.
That's
So
kinda
it
fun.
could be annoying, anyways.
What else does he have? He's got a gun is a magical gun. Living model hit by this weapon has its base stat reduced to 5. Cannot run, charge, or make slam or trample power attacks. Paralysis lasts for 1 round. So it's got paralysis on his weapon.
So it's, that's kind of some of the tech there, anyways. Where you can say you can abyssal gate an enemy heavy and turn it around and stuff like that, and then he sprays it from 8 inches, or what he has to be within 5 inches for the enemies. So goes within 5 inches, paralyzes him, so he can't run or charge even if he does turn around. And then Animus.
You could still walk.
Probably, but the thing is, maybe he can get to the Clockatrice, but he can't get to something else.
Right.
And
No,
the Clockatrice is like, you hurt me, I'm gone.
So you just gotta make sure you kill it in one shot. Like when you get to that crippled aspect,
Make sure
finish
you're
it.
boosting. That's really hard to plan.
Yes, for sure. It's gonna
Make
be
sure you
good
have
situation.
precision strike.
He has only Fury 3 though.
Yes. He's like a medium.
14 points, which is pretty cheap.
Yep. People that are talking to it are like, oh yeah, he goes into the Dreamer list. You just take out a Cage Rager and sub him directly in.
And that's all the stuff that we have in there. So now we can go to week 2, or week 2.5.
Things get more exciting.
All right, it goes. Hey, Cockatrice is the first thing they have listed here.
Auto repair.
So they got rid of regeneration and they gave it auto repair.
Yeah.
And then during your control phase, remove D3 points from this model.
Yeah.
So that means you've got to spend Fury to do it. It just doesn't.
Or if you lost your, because it's a construct, and Grimkin has no way to heal constructs.
Right, because you can't just spend your Fury.
Exactly.
To, like, oh, I'm gonna heal it.
So people are probably like, I don't understand. He gets crippled spirit, and then what?
You're like, no.
Yeah. So auto repair is really good.
The Doom Reavers, as predicted, have gone up. Not to 11 like I thought.
No,
They're up to 10.
10.
Um,
I think 10 is kind of gross, but it's still. I think it's okay, depending on what else they do. But they gave the UA relentless charge, right?
we'll get there.
Well, okay, fine.
Okay. So the Grey Lord Escort, they cut Rise, granted Rise, add Relentless Charge.
Yep.
So Relentless Charge when it's formation. And
Oh, but that's
advancing
on
part of
Fenris. Wait for it.
So then, as a part of revising Fenris, we decided to swap the certain benefits that were available to Doom Reavers. See the changes below. The Grey Lord Tyrion cost is 6, which I don't think it matters because most of the time it's going to be free.
Oh, yeah.
Initiates of the Wall, they went down to 7.
Yep, better.
And they gained Shield Guard.
That makes them much more desirable. Because before I was just like, this unit is not worth 8 points. It's not going to make any impact. But 3 shield
Now they're
guards,
7 points.
3 armor, 19 shield guard. That's a little more exciting.
Fenris, both forms, cut Unyielding, gain Blood Quenched. Blood Quenched, when this model gains a cumulative +1 strength and armor for each model it destroys with a melee attack during its activation. This bonus lasts for 1 round. So interesting, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if that's.
It's possible. He has to kill living models for Blood Quenched, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a bunch of dudes hanging around a Warjack or something like that, he goes in and berserks all the dudes, right? Maybe
And
there's
then
3 or
takes
4
one big
guys.
hit on the.
Well, he's got 2 melee attacks too. Don't forget.
Yeah,
Both
but he's also
berserk.
got friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Berserk. Or
He's
whatever.
got berserk. So there's possibility there. Did he lose leadership Doom Reaver?
Change Leadership Doom Reavers to Leadership Doom Reavers.
Did he lose relentless
Change
charge?
Leadership Doom Reaver to Leadership Doom Reavers. Oh, they added an S. Friendly Doom Reaver model in this model's command range that are knocked down at the beginning of your main
Oh, so
phase
they gave
stands
rise
up.
to him.
They swapped that out.
Right. Well, that's actually, he's a little more desirable, I guess.
And those are the changes to week 2. So we'll see all the stuff that happens now.
Yeah, it's not an enormous amount of changes.
No. But it's like a 10% increase on the swords, the Reavers, and I don't know, it's interesting. I mean,
Well, there's a very distinct reason to take the UA now.
yeah.
I think that's actually good. I mean, I think it's actually more restrictive in the sense that if Pathfinder is a concern,
Yeah.
if you're like not playing them with a Rusk 2 or something,
Which is what I'm gonna do.
yeah, exactly. Then that's going to soak more points. So they're going to reduce the number of Doom Reavers that you can spam. But if you're just playing a Rusk 2, then you just don't worry about the UA, and probably get Fenris just to get some rise in there, right? I guess.
Well, maybe you'd want Fenris anyways. I don't know, maybe. I'm sure he adds to the points.
I can see him potentially getting pretty bonkers with Vlad too. Like if you already put the +3/+3 on him,
Oh my god.
and he can get to a spot where he can like blood quench 3 or 4 dudes. That's going to take him up to like how 18 to 20, say. So some potential there, anyways. And then even just like the additional armor, say like he gets
Arc
+3.
19, he could get up to like 22 pretty easily. Kill
Is he
3 guys.
base arm 19?
No,
with
with the feet.
Oh, with the feet he's 19.
He's 16 base.
Yeah. So you could get him up to pretty difficult to remove type of territory.
Yeah. Situational though again.
Is he a Doom Reaver? Does he rise himself?
That'd be awesome. It says he's a Khador Doom Reaver.
Yeah, so he rises
Dragoon
himself.
solo, so
That's pretty good.
knock him down. He stands back up.
Yeah.
That's good.
Although if you're playing with the Rusk, you don't have to worry about that, right?
It's true.
It's just tough for days.
Yeah,
So I guess you don't necessarily need Fenris, but I don't think it's going to change the Rusk 2 sort of build, because you don't really need the UA, because he gives Pathfinder on the feet.
On the feet, yeah.
And then he doesn't need rise because nobody gets down in the control range.
But I might just throw some guys on a flank and send Fenris with them or something, so he could push hard. And
No, you're just talking crazy.
yeah, I do that. That's the way I roll, man. That's the way I
The way
roll.
you roll.
So last weekend there was a tournament at one of our local hobby stores. I could not attend, but he did.
I did. I took some crazy shit.
Did you get to play the whole day, or was it one of those like?
Oh, I
I'm
played.
gonna-
No, I played the whole day.
Okay, cool. So let's do a quick rundown. What?
So
Happened?
it was 17 players.
17. That's good.
It was pretty competitive meta, though. I guess there was.
We are the Shark Tank.
There's a bit. There's Charles, Dustin, Bubba, Tim Banky. I'm missing Jeremy McClure. Should I mention him? And there was some guys that came up from Buffalo,
Oh, that's cool.
and Richard was there from Rochester. I can't remember who else he came with, but well, it was a good turnout for just a random.
No.
You running out of battery, bro?
Run out of battery.
Fuck.
31 minutes.
I'll talk quick. So
Hold on. I think I'm charging the other one. Did I go charge it?
I'm gonna go swap it out.
Yeah, just pause it for a second. Let me see what bar we're at. So I can write it down. At 9:20. Okay.
You're not gonna pause me. You're gonna edit this out, right?
Maybe. That's easy to edit.